This is just a really quick thing on my reader point of view from things. Whenever I see somebody's, stuff even on Amazon or anywhere else, like say like you have a main hub somewhere, if you have at least, I would say, 3 to 5 books, that kind of shows me that you're pretty dedicated to what you're doing. They don't have to be all novels and things like that. It just has to show a little bit of consistency, and not like have like 5 plus years between each book. I realize for some people it takes a while to write, but if you have at least a thing where you release something every year or two, if you have a little bit of a backlog, then I'll know that you're interested in telling stories at the very least. Um, I do still have whale reading tendencies for certain kinds of space opera tropes and things like that, but I find myself also really enjoying anthologies or collections of like novellas set in the same like setting or setup, just because it shows that me that the writer's interested in going back to that setting, expanding it. Again, it doesn't have to be like a 500-page door stopper. Even with what I'm doing with Upload Protocol, I don't mind even reading serials where, the story continues, it develops over time, and what's fun is just seeing where something might go. And the reason why I'm talking a little bit softer is because Dad really did fix my audio very, very well. But that's what you get when you have a kind of like a computer technician for a father. It's like, yes. Because Florida Woman understands some basic stuff, and I can do a few other things, but my dad's the real whiz kid when it comes to building and maintaining computers. He can move around the BIOS like it's a second hand or something. But to get back a little bit more with books, when I see that a writer has put in the effort to at least maintain some sort of body of work, it doesn't even matter if they jump genres or something. What just sticks out to me is like they keep going and they keep going. That shows me that the writer is pretty confident in their own work, that they just keep writing, that they test out other genres if they want to. It might not always be a genre that I like or enjoy as much, but it's still kind of like a level of social proof that you believe in yourself enough to keep going. And I think that's what's really needed a lot nowadays, even from some traditional sources. Like, I want people to finish, if they're going to do a series, then finish your series. If you're going to do a trilogy, finish your trilogy. If you're going to do a duology, finish your duology. If you're going to do a anthology, then finish your anthology. That's all there is to it. You just like Mr. Delarose and Ann Wheeler were talking about on Twitter. You'll get more eyeballs on your stuff the more books you have out. That's just the way it goes. I mean, sometimes will I be interested in people that only have a handful of things or just the one book so far? Yeah, it can happen. But that mostly will happen if it fits my wheelhouse. If it's like a space fantasy, science fantasy, alternate history, kind of like what I was talking about earlier, because I had recorded the Ithiana stuff, yesterday right before work. And that's why initially in that particular quick hits, I was saying, I read the sample and I really enjoyed it. Again, so you just got to keep going. Sometimes you'll find somebody that's just starting and you'll follow them along for the ride, but that means you'll be waiting in between books as they keep writing more. So that's why I'm taking the approach to my serial the way I am. It even if people don't read it on the blog, if they're waiting for the ebooks, that's their prerogative. They can do that too. And also, the reason why I'm also putting it on the blog first is so I can get a little bit more feedback and then see like what people are really catching on to, that sort of thing. So that way, when I do decide to do any side series, there's going to be a Bardaxian side series. I don't know how long it's going to be just yet, but we'll see. I just want to finish the main sequence first. And then, you know what? I might end up just doing some anthologies in the setting, depending on where people's interests are piqued and if they want to see more in a certain area. That's just how it goes. And that's all I really want to do is, just keep going, keep writing. Everything you put out, it might get the traction you want, but just keep going. Eventually, if you build a backlog of stuff, people will pick up on things, and they'll pick on fun different things too, based on their wheelhouses and preferences. Just keep writing. Have a good day, everybody.